Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Stavel. And when I tell you these guys almost got me, they almost got me, man. I'm going to get right into that story and then we're going to do a little unboxing. Got some things to unbox for you guys. But before we get into that story, run my intro. Okay, we're back, guys. And today, like I said, I got an unboxing to do. We're gonna unbox these five books right here. But before we get into that, man, y'all gotta be careful, man. Out here, they almost got me. And what I mean is, I was on eBay shopping for one of these books that I got here. Not the copy that I actually got; it was a different copy. But they're one of these scams on there, man. You gotta watch out. I was actually hunting for a specific book and actually ASM, I believe number 13, and I purchased it. It was a buy it now, bought the book, and then something just wasn't sitting right. It took a couple days. I didn't get no update on shipping, nothing like that. So then I'll put a picture up of like what it looked like to post, and you guys could tell me like right away, like would you have caught this? They put a picture up of ASM 13, and then they actually in the description, you had to read in the description, it said this is not actually ASM 13. This is like ASM like number 113 or some other number, like a modern book or something, like 300 something. I don't know. But it wasn't, they just had a picture of ASM 13 up there and the price of what ASM 13 should cost. And it was a graded copy. And they was like, and then I reach out to the seller. I was like, you know what, am I actually getting ASM 13 or am I actually getting this other book that you have in the description? He was like, if you read the description, you would see that you're actually getting the book in the description. I explained all that in the description. I just put up a picture and I was like, why would you do that? Anyways, long story short, I was like, cancel my order. Took a while, but I got it done and I didn't get scammed, but they trick you out there. They almost got me. But enough of that story. What we're going to do now is get into these books I got right here. And this is actually the most expensive unboxing I've ever done. This is the most I ever spent on a group of books. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Only one of these books is graded. That's this one here. So we'll do this one first. But yeah, I had to watch my back out there. And even after I messaged the dude, he was talking reckless, talking about, man, why you messaging me? All kinds of weird stuff. Anyways, neither here nor there. Enough of that story. I'm going to get into this first book right here. And you will notice a theme with the books I have today once I get going. Now this one I actually bought because of how cheap it was. Honestly, I've had like 3 copies of this book already and didn't really need another one, especially not this grade. But I actually paid under $100 for this book and it's already graded. So I decided, why not? It was up in an auction. I bid on it. Nobody else bid on it. So I was like, for under $100, you can't go wrong. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 101. Now, this is the first appearance of Morbius. Morbius has had a movie. I don't think Jared Leto's going anywhere. They may do a sequel. He might appear in like some other Spider-Man movies, some multiverse stuff. It's an iconic cover. You know, Spider-Man gets his 6 arms. Yeah, this I just felt it's a CGC 1.5, but for under $100 and it's already graded, half of that cost I feel like went into grading. It presents really nicely. I mean, there's some creasing and stuff, some obvious for a 1.5. You got the edges looking like crap, but can't go wrong there. But Amazing Spider-Man number 101. So next up here, now this is gonna be the only modern book in this whole unboxing. And typically I won't even buy modern books. I don't collect modern books. I'm not the modern book guy. I collect a lot of older books. Wow, now this thing, aside from it being a little bent, a press could help it out, but I don't even think I could press this. Thing looks pretty amazing. All right, so this right here, what I have is, this is Venom Lethal Protector. Now this is the gold edition. Now this one is a lot rarer than the red edition. This thing looks pretty awesome. Now, I did know when I bought it uh, that the corner is dinged down here. It's dinged up. But aside from that corner, I mean, there's like 2 creases along the spine. I am going to send this to get it graded. This is probably going to come in at, I'd say, a mid-grade, just conservatively. I'm going to say like a 6.0. There's also, with these 2 things, the corner bent down there. There's a bend up here in this corner as well, and these cardstock covers. So I'm giving this about a 6.0. But this is one of those books that I don't come across often, especially for a still. And when I can get it for like under $500, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it. This is my first time owning the gold edition. I've owned the red edition. I've sent in a bunch of copies, got a bunch of 9.8s. This one ain't going to be a 9.8, but I'm just glad to have this one in the collection. I'll probably never sell this book unless I buy a 9.8 or, you know, an upgraded version. But Venom Lethal Protector, gold edition. And then next up, what do we got here? Let's see. Don't want to cut into nothing. Oh, it'll just slide right out, it looks like. Well, they just shoved in all kinds of wrap in there, it looks like. Come on. You know, a lot of people find crazy ways to wrap stuff. I ain't mad at it, but they just be throwing stuff in here. Different things. Throw this down here on the floor. They got this in here pretty secure, it looks like, on the inside. Don't want to cut into this book. So I got to cut it out of the tomb they entombed it in. It looks like there's a bunch of books in here, not exactly what I ordered. So unless they threw in some extra throw-ins, this might be a bunch of nonsense here. Because there's about, looks like there's a copy of Uncanny Avengers #1 here. I absolutely did not buy this book. But let's open this up, because there's like 3 books in here, it looks like. And I don't want to cut into the books, but got to be very careful to cut this plastic that they got around the 3 books. I mean, that's cooler than throwing an extra throw-in, I mean, for free. But let's get to the book I actually ordered here. So, looks like there's another book in here. Marvel Chillers, it looks like, The Frightful Four. Also, not the book I ordered. But like I said, if they're going to throw it in for free, I'll take it. So I got 2 freebies there. But for the book I did order, this is the book I actually got scammed out of, or whatever. Now this is Amazing Spider-Man #13. Now this is the first appearance of Mysterio. Now this is a pretty faded copy. I mean, it's going to be a 2.0 at best. Probably a 1.0, a 1.5, but it's supposed to be complete. I've never owned this book either. And I'm just really trying to get my Amazing Spider-Man run, like all the main villains, the Sinister Six, first 15 issues out of the way. So, yeah, this thing, I mean, it looks good. If it wasn't faded, it would look amazing. But I knew it was faded, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man #13, first appearance of Mysterio. I'll probably look through all these after to see if there's any cutouts or, you know, missing pages, all that good stuff. So we got next here. And like I said, this was the most I've ever spent on a group of books, because I bought all these like within 2 days. So at one point, or like in one time, this is the most I've spent on a group of books. So, but I'm happy with the purchase. I was actually saving up money to buy an X-Men #1, but as you've seen in my last video, went to Mile High, wasn't having it. I decided I'll just blow the money. I'll get it again, and then I'll still get my X-Men at another date, at a later date. All right, so let's see what we got here. Now this is going to be a low grade. This one actually, I'm already knowing, but I got a great deal on this. And for me, I don't mind buying low grade copies, because at least I own the book, and if I ever need to sell it, the price is always gonna, well, most likely is gonna go up, especially with these types of Silver Age books. They got this thing in there, and they got it inside of another one. All right, so this book right here is Amazing Spider-Man #9. Now, this is the first appearance of Electro. Now, it's missing the front cover, but other than that, it's complete. The front cover looks like it's like ripped off along the spine. Don't mind that. I'm going to get it graded just to preserve it. It'll look great in a slab. But none more to say about this one. Amazing Spider-Man number 9, first appearance of Electro. And last but not least here, I guess you guys can see a theme developing here. I love Spider-Man. And like I say, my goal is to get every one of his major villains' first appearances. So, this last book, can you guys guess what it is? Awesome. Got a little invoice action going on here. Don't need that right now. They got it taped in here real good. This is, aside from like number 14, this is one of the ones I've wanted the most. Since being a little kid, I've always wanted this book. And now that I'm older, I could acquire it, obviously. But like when I was a kid, this is like, aside from like the Green Goblin, this was my next favorite Spidey villain. Because as a kid, I think you just look at these villains and you're like, man, these characters, and you're like, man, that's just so cool. You know? Careful not to cut this book. All right, so last but not least, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 6, the first appearance of the Lizard. Dr. Kirk Connors there. This book, aside from this missing corner right there, this book is amazing. It looks awesome. And like I said, aside from the Green Goblin's first appearance, this is one of those Spider-Man keys I've wanted for the longest time. Never pulled the trigger on it, but had to do it. But yeah, this has been my video for today. If you guys like what I do here on YouTube, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe down below, share the video with your friends. You guys want to reach out to me, you can hit me up here on YouTube or on Instagram under I am Stavel. But you guys have a blessed day, and I am out. Peace.